Right, RBT exam practice part 3. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying these. It really helps. If you want this practice exam or if you want the study guide, the links are below in the comments and the descriptions. So yeah, thanks for the support. Let's get into part 3. Number 21, the process of breaking down a skill into smaller, more manageable components by doing the task yourself or watching someone else do the task is called what? So there's really only two answers you should be thinking of here, even though there's only one right answer. But you should only be thinking of task chain or task analysis, okay? Anytime we're breaking something down into smaller, more manageable components, right, we're either doing a task chain or we're doing a task analysis. So what is the actual process of breaking the skill down, okay? That is a task analysis. What is a task chain? A task chain is when you start teaching and doing the task analysis, okay? So don't get those confused. The task analysis is the first part where you create the task chain, and the task chain is what you teach, okay? Forward chaining is just a type of chaining. That's not right. And DTT has nothing to do with breaking down a skill, okay? 22, you have been working with your client for 2 years. Your client's mom tells you they are going out with friends tomorrow and offers to pay you to babysit. If you accepted, what would you be violating? So remember, we're in a professional relationship with our clients, right? Even though you'll develop, okay, hopefully a good relationship with the families, and you'll become close to the families. You must maintain those professional boundaries, okay, because our ethics code says that's what you should do. So, what is it called, okay, when you are no longer only in a professional relationship, but you're now in a friend relationship or a romantic relationship, okay? If you think about it that way, okay, when you're in more than one relationship with the client, that would be what? Would that be dual relationships? Yes, right? Because dual, okay, means two, so more than one relationship. If you're babysitting outside of work hours, all right, then you're not just a technician now. Now you're a babysitter. That's two relationships, okay? Let's look at our other answers. Responding appropriately to feedback. There's no feedback in this scenario, so no. Legal compliance. Well, it wouldn't be illegal for you to offer or for you to babysit, right? But it's just unethical, okay? And then effective communication. Maybe, but we don't know how you responded. Okay, if this question said you responded by saying yes, okay, or you responded um, by giving an uncommitted answer, maybe, right? But we don't know how you responded. Okay, so the only answer here is dual relationships. You're now a technician and a babysitter. 23. Your session takes place during lunchtime each day. Clients' parents have started to buy you lunch and requested you eat lunch with them each day. What is the best course of action? Again, right? What are you there to do? You're there to deliver services, implement behavior plans, and treatment plans. Okay. Um, Even though the client has the best of intentions by buying you lunch, okay, that's not what you're there to do. Okay. So, what should you do in this scenario? Should you eat lunch with the family? No. Okay. This answer should jump out as you as an automatic no. Okay. That is not what you're there to do, right? And again, you're close to these dual relationships if you start eating lunch and that kind of thing. Okay. B, politely decline and inform your supervisor. This is a pretty good answer, right? You say, no, sorry, it's against our code or ethical code or whatever language you want to use. And then you tell your supervisor. So if it occurs again, okay, they can come help and step in, right? So B looks pretty good. C, get rid of the client. No, the client hasn't done anything wrong. Maybe culturally, this is just what you do, right? Or they're just being polite. Okay. So there's no reason to get rid of the client, right? When you can just communicate with them and solve it that way. Okay. So C is out. D, change the session time. Again, there's no need to change the session time and change deliveries and all that. Okay. The most easy, common sense answer is politely decline and inform your supervisor. When you're doing ethical questions, okay, either you always want to go with the most common sense. What is the easiest thing to do? Okay. The easiest thing in this scenario, instead of changing clients and changing times, is just decline and inform your supervisor. They'll probably understand. And if they don't, they'll get over it pretty quickly. Okay. So 23, politely decline and inform your supervisor. 24, during proper discrimination training, reinforcement is available for one response, but not for another. Which of the following is an example of discrimination training? So read the question, right? What do you automatically know, right? We need two responses, okay? We're looking at one response, but not for another. You're looking for two responses, okay? A, shoe tying. Nope, that's out. It's not discrimination. It's one response. B, you praise your client when they put on their pants independently. Well, we only have you are reinforcing, but it's only one, okay? One response, right? If there was something else here, like you praise your client when they put on their pants independently versus when they run out the room, okay, now we're talking, but this is only one response, okay? So we need two responses. That's out. You tell your client to touch blue. You deliver a reinforcement when your client touches blue, but not when he touches green. This looks pretty good, right? This is exactly what discrimination training is. It's the best example of it, okay? And we have two responses, touching blue versus touching green. You deliver reinforcement for one and not the other, okay? So this is perfect. Let's read D. Your client has started calling all animals dogs, okay? That is the opposite of discrimination, right? He is not discriminating. Everything he sees, every animal is a dog, okay? Rabbits, chickens, cats, cows are all dogs. That's the opposite of discrimination training, okay? So C. 25. Which of the following is an example of generalization, all right? So we just talked about discrimination, right? We're distinguishing between two. Now we're trying to generalize a behavior, okay? We're trying to generalize something we learned, okay, into different environments. That is the essence of generalization, okay? Can you perform a skill in an untrained environment? All right. A, you teach your client to make purchases at the clinic. Now your client is able to buy his own lunch at school. This looks pretty good, right? We have the training environment and then an untrained environment. And then we have responses of making purchases that has generalized, right, to this second location. A looks good. Let's try B. Your client will have a conversation with the math teacher, but not any of his other teachers. Is this generalizing, right? So maybe he was taught to have a conversation with the math teacher, but now we can't do it anywhere else, okay? That is not generalizing, right? If you can only do it in one scenario, it hasn't been generalized, so B is out. Your client has learned to count to 10. It's got nothing to do with generalizing a behavior, right? And then you ask your client to touch the blue card. They touch the green card. That is not generalizing, right? And that's also not discriminating, okay? So the best answer here is A. They have performed a behavior in an untrained environment, okay? And you can generalize across settings and people and behaviors and times. You can generalize across a lot of different things, all right? So 25 is A. When explaining something to parents, what should you try and do? This is an open-ended question, so let's get to the answers. Use technical language and jargon. Do you want to talk to the parents like you would talk to your BCBA, right? And use all our language and all our technical jargon and fancy words? No, right? Because they may not understand what you're saying, okay? Or there might be a language barrier. English might not be their second language. There's a lot of things to consider, right? So you never want to explain things technically. You want to explain things simply, okay? So A is out. Never explain anything to parents. Well, this just isn't right, right? You want to involve the parents. They want to know what's going on. So no, you should explain things to parents. Record every conversation you have with parents. Now, this is just unnecessary, right? Unless there's something else going on, it's unnecessary, right? So C should jump out at you as no way, right? D, use terminology that the parent is able to understand. Yes, right? Again, what's the most common sense, straightforward answer, right? When you're talking to parents, just talk to them so they're understanding, right? Or they understand you, okay? It does no good to show off all your technical language if they don't know what you're talking about, all right? So 26 is D. 27, Bobby is working with a client at home. Client's mom wants the client to be able to prepare their own breakfast. Bobby teaches the client to make scrambled eggs using a task chain procedure. Bobby helps the client by getting out the plate and utensils. The client turns on the stove, heats the pan, puts butter in the pan, cracks the egg, scrambles the eggs, puts one on the plate, turns off the stove. One day, Bobby does not put out the plate. What is he implementing? Forward chaining? We don't know how Bobby taught this skill, right? There's nothing in here that is telling us how Bobby taught the skill, so we can't definitively say Bobby's forward chaining, okay? If it said Bobby first taught the client to get out the plates, right, then maybe that's forward chaining, but we don't know what he taught, okay? Behavior chain interruption strategy. So what typically happens? Bobby gets out the plate and utensils and the client starts. If Bobby doesn't get out the plate and utensils, what has Bobby done? Well, he's interrupted that chain, right? We taught him this chain that once I get out the plate and utensils, then you start. If I don't get out the plate and utensils, that chain has been broken, okay? Bobby has interrupted the behavior chain, okay? So anytime you make an alteration to a chain, okay, during the chain, you've interrupted it, okay? And that's the behavior chain interruption strategy. So if you tell a client, let's start our math homework, and he gets out his paper, right? He gets out his calculator, and then there's no pencil, and you normally give him a pencil, the chain is broken, right? And now they have to adjust. This is how you strengthen the behavior, and it's how you teach novel behaviors, okay? If we just teach the same chain over and over again, all you're doing is teaching that chain. We have to be sure, because in real life, things don't always go according to plan, that if the chain is broken, they can adapt, okay? C, task analysis. Remember earlier, right? What's the difference between a task analysis and a task chain? Task analysis is you're breaking it down, right? The task chain is you're teaching it. So in this scenario, it's already been broken down, okay? So it's not C, we're just teaching it now. Fading, no, right? We're not fading anything, okay? So B. 28, tangible automatic attention and escape are, you should immediately know this, okay? 4 functions. Remember, you need to know this. This is the most important thing, right? Because whenever you see behavior, the first thing you should think is, what is the function, okay? Other answers irrelevant to ABA? No, these are very relevant. Mentalisms? No, we can record and observe and measure these. And then a type of punishment? No, okay? Whenever you see these 4 words, think function immediately, all right? 2 more. Joe is in the kitchen doing a puzzle with his mom. Joe's brother needs help completing his math homework and asks his mom for assistance. Joe's mom gets up and goes to help the brother. 5 minutes later, Joe starts banging his fist on the table. Hypothetically, what function might this serve? Keyword hypothetically, right? So if this is you're in this situation at the home, this behavior happens, okay? You haven't done any sort of functional analysis or anything, but if your hypothesis, what would you think this behavior was, okay? Think about the setting events and what happened before. Joe was doing a puzzle, okay, getting all the attention. Joe's brother needed help. His mom left. Mom didn't come back. 5 minutes later, Joe starts banging his fist on the table. Hypothetically, what function might this serve? Anger. Don't pick this, okay? Is anger a function? No. Sadness, not a function. Frustration, not a function, okay? We don't describe behavior using these terms, okay? We describe them using the functional terms. Well, let's look at B. Escape. Is Joe trying to escape? If Joe wanted to escape, he probably could just get up and leave the table, right? Because nobody's around him. So I don't think escape is right. Tangible. Is Joe trying to get anything, like an item, or, well, Joe already has his puzzle, okay? So I don't think he needs anything, right? We can't definitively say or hypothesize he needs something. So tangible is probably not the best answer, okay? Maybe, but it's probably not the best. Attention. I like this one, right? What was he getting before? He was getting a lot of attention. What is he no longer getting? Attention, okay? So hypothetically, we think this function might be attention, okay? So whenever they ask you what the function is, look at these 4 and think about what's the best answer, right? What is your best guess, okay? So look at what happened before, what happened after, and what they need, all right? What are they trying to get? Remember, a function of a behavior, you're just trying to get something or get rid of something, okay? All right, last one. Which of the following is a response prompt? Okay, so a response prompt acts on the response and tries to evoke the correct response. Okay, so we're acting on the response. All right. Verbal prompt. Okay, well, let's think about it. If I said, what's 2 plus 2? Say 4. That's a verbal prompt acting on the response of saying 4. So A, yes. B, modeling. If I say clap your hands and then I clap my hands, I'm modeling, trying to evoke the response of clapping hands. So B looks good. C, full physical. If I need to physically guide you to do the response, right? I'm trying to get that response. That's acting on the response. Again, C is right. So D, all of the above. Okay, that's part 3. Again, like and subscribe. All the materials are available in the comments and the description. Okay, and we'll be back with part 4 and probably next week. All right, so thanks for the support.